Latest on the Obama visit to Kenya. We are now joined on the line from Nairobi, Kenya, by our foreign editor, Sophie Mokoena. Sophie, a very good morning to you and welcome. And when exactly are we expecting President Obama to land in Kenya?
He is expected to touch down around 8 here in Kenya, but it will be 7 in South Africa. And many journalists have already gone to the airport because they are supposed to arrive early for security check and the lockdown. And there's excitement in the streets in Kenya. We went out this morning to speak to the citizens here, and they are looking forward to receive their own.
Now, what is the purpose of President Barack Obama's visit to Kenya?
It is a working visit, if I were to explain. And he is here to address the business summit that will look at issues such as telecommunication and business opportunities. But on the sideline, he will definitely have meetings with President Uhuru Kenyatta. And in their discussions, we are expecting that they will touch on issues such as trade and investment, issues of security and violent extremism in Kenya, but also across the region. We are aware that the Al-Shabaab at times launch attacks from Somalia in this country, and Kenya becomes a target. And many other countries in the East Africa region are also being targeted by extremism. The other issue that they are likely to touch on is partnership in health. You are aware that in terms of the Millennium Development Goals, there are targets and time frames in addressing different challenges of health in the continent. They will talk about that, but also how Kenya and the USA can strengthen the relations between the two, both political, security, and on trade.
Now, it's not the first time that the president is visiting the African continent, but what does this particular visit mean to Kenya and to the continent as a whole?
Well, you are aware that he did visit Kenya, but when he visited Kenya then, he was not a head of state. He was not the president of the United States of America. He is coming here as a powerful man, as a man who can make promises and perhaps deliver, even though you are aware that next year the Americans will go to the polls again to elect a new president. But there's still time to work out on something. You are aware that President Obama has been successful in clinching a deal with Iran. He has just also improved the relations with Cuba. So it would seem that as he is about to leave office, he's working very hard to improve on his credibility and image, but also to ensure that he leaves a legacy that will benefit many, particularly those who is close to, like people in the continent, as he has got this ties with Kenya.
Now, broadcaster CNN described Kenya as a hotbed of terror, a charge denied by the Kenyan government. Is the president expected to address the issue of security in the continent, particularly in Kenya as well, as you indicated earlier?
Yes, he will. There's no way that he can not touch on the issue of terror. You are aware that he has been working hard to ensure that he partners with those who are prepared to deal with this challenge. And I am expecting this to be high on the agenda. Definitely he will talk about the issue of terror, and he will be assuring the Kenyans that he is going to do everything in his power to ensure that he supports them, but also help them on resources, on training, and also to share information for Kenya to be able to deal with this challenge. But I can tell you, in the streets, it's not about terror, it's not about anything else, but it's about our own is coming home, and people are excited, but they are equally angry that many media houses have tend to focus on the challenge of terror rather than focusing on what could be what they think will be of good to them, like strengthening of relations that will translate into better trade relations.
Now, we do understand that he will also meet with family members. Do we know of the arrangements around this issue and perhaps the excitement around that for his family?
Well, it's not clear yet. That's a close-guarded secret. Indeed, he will meet some members of the family, but here in Nairobi, or maybe close to Nairobi, he will not be able to fly or to go to his ancestral land in the rural countryside to meet his grandmother. But he will be able to meet with some of the relatives here. Apparently, when he is going to some of these meetings, he will be accompanied by some of those relatives. When he goes to the dinner, he will be accompanied by some of these relatives. But he will also meet the NGOs and business community to talk to them and share his vision for Kenya. But also what's interesting is that he will address the media. Unfortunately, SABC has been accredited to that press conference tomorrow afternoon. And I think in that media briefing, journalists will focus on issues such as terror, they'll focus on issues as the Iran deal, they'll focus on issues such as Cuba. And of course, perhaps the last question will be, you are on your way out, and what are you going to do next year?
Sophie, thank you so much for that update. That is our SABC's foreign editor, Sophie Mokoena, live in Kenya, coming to us on the line from Nairobi, and she'll probably keep us updated as to what's transpiring there.